Testing, 1, 2. Not bad. Good evening. Thanks for being here. Just so we all know, that bit's not blowing anything, okay? It just looks good. But we are in the process of putting 20 tons of additional air conditioning down the side of the west side of the building, which I think will help everyone and everything for everything we have to do in the future. I was reminded of that today. As a matter of fact, as you probably know, this may be news to some, and others may already know, but you seniors, you'll be maybe the second to know. Got a call this afternoon. Said, hey, we from the Muskogee Civic Center. Said, hey, we got a problem. Well, when they say we, I always know that that's not really probably good. And we have a problem converted into that we didn't have the Civic Center. I've had the Civic Center since last year. Never heard anything, never had any contracts, which is no different than the other years. Finally contacted in March, oh yeah, you're good to go. I said, okay, good deal. He's told me today, he said, look, and I'll let you guys see what you want. He said, I answered for you, by the way. It's not really a choice because I've already dug the hole and threw you in it. But he said, we got it covered though. Said, you can have graduation at the hangar. Left out at where we have the Muskogee Regional Livestock Show. I said, I made a decision. One of those times, you don't have time to think about it. I said, no, we will not graduate at Oklahoma in a barn. Okay? So I threw you in. But here's what we will have. We will have a lot of seats. I'd rather be at home anyway. COVID is okay, and it was good for us the year that they kicked us out and we couldn't sit by each other. And if we did, we had to wear masks and so forth and so on, Jim Lawson. But I'm glad I'm done with that. We survived. And that being said, we'll have it here. It'll be Saturday night at 7 o'clock. There'll be more air in that side, as much as we got on this side. And besides that, it's supposed to be 75 degrees and it'll be good. So, there you go, guys. You are the second to know. But your graduation is going to be at Oklahoma School like it probably should have been to begin with. That's a long way from the athletic awards. But I think it's important for the word to get out. We'll start posting it on our Facebook. We'll start posting it, of course, on the school's website and on our text message system and those sort of things so that you'll have, hopefully, the opportunity to contact everyone, and we don't have somebody trying to get into the Civic Center and then having meetings that they don't have any idea of what it is about. A lot of success, ladies and gentlemen, sitting here on this floor before you tonight. A lot of representation of our school. We've changed the program a little bit and kind of went in somewhat of a little different direction, but more of a recognition of what we do, that together we are a lot more than any of us are individually, okay? And that's kind of the process. Does everybody want, let's all give a round of applause for Jesse. That's one of the reasons I'm here, is that I can poke at him a little bit. What's he do? He just throws his hands up and goes on. So, thank you for Jesse. There he is waving again. Anyway, that being said, thank you for being here. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed tonight's awards in recognition of your student athletes. They thrive. They thrive. These young men and women sitting right here drive the perception of your school. I'll qualify that by this. If I say Oklahoma University to you, what do you think of? You think of football, you think of softball, you think they drive the perception of your school system. Not saying it's that way everywhere, but I'm telling you, in public school, these student athletes drive the perception of the school. How they act, how they respond, how they look, what they say, they all drive that. So I'm proud to be here tonight to recognize you guys. Give them a round of applause, and Miss Becker. Is it your turn? Was I supposed to call for you? You're good to go, aren't you? You what?
Giving a prayer.
Hey.
I was asked, and I agreed.
My Becker.
If you'll inspire us. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us all get to come together tonight and celebrate our athletic achievements and having this opportunity to play for our school and everybody that comes to watch. Thank you for keeping us all safe during our seasons and keep us safe in the next seasons to come and let us play for you. In your son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. There was a sign to help me off.
They tell you never say never, because God will tell you, oh yeah. And that is why I am here presenting cheer awards tonight. So if our cheerleaders or varsity cheer would come to make their way to the stage. So even though God said, you're going to be a cheer coach, he gave me a kitty Maggie to help with that. She's been a godsend for me, and I would probably say them too, because I mean a lot. But anyway, this is our cheer team for this year. We had 12 girls. I'm going to introduce them by year. So our freshmen, we have Abby Thompson. Paige Max. And Amy Fuller. Our sophomores, we have David Kingley. Mia Peter. Price Lay. Carson Morris. And Ella Watson. Oh, and then we also have our mascot, Chris Riley, who's also a Watson. Our juniors are Celisa Lynn and Grace Riley.
makes our job either really easy or really difficult. When you have winning teams, it's so much easier to cheer for them. And you guys do that. When I came, the first thing was baseball. And the fact that our girls wanted to go and wanted to support you surprised me, because where I came from, that didn't happen. And I'm waiting for Mr. Rodden to make the dugout top strong enough so we can cheer for this. But the pride that these girls have in their school and the school spirit that they have makes my job so easy. When I came and Mr. Needham called me into his office and he said, I need to talk to you about something, and I was like, I haven't even started teaching. How did I get in trouble already? And he said, I've heard something about you. He said, I hear that you have experience in cheer. I was like, oh, Jesus. And so we asked him to come in and coach these young ladies and Chris. I'm not going to lie, I was very excited. I told him first, I said, I have to talk to my husband because he might divorce me, but he was good. So that's okay. But I have, you hear rumors, and I have heard, oh, you have your work cut out for you. I'm just being honest. But you guys have seen them, you've watched them, and I don't know where that rumor came from, because they're amazing young ladies, amazing, and they work so hard, and I'm thankful that we were invited to the athletic banquet, because I do believe that they are athletes, I do. They work hard, they give everything they have to their school. They may not compete yet, but when they do, I know that you guys will be there to support them. I know you will, because they support you in all that you do. And you guys should be proud of them. If you have never told a cheerleader thank you, you should. Because they work hard for you, they're proud of you, and they take pride in themselves, and they really have come so far. And the compliments that we got on them and for them, it just makes my heart happy. I wasn't able to go to camp with them, and so I wish I could tell you what happened, because I know they have All-American tryouts, which, from what I understood, some of them got invited but didn't try out, which will not happen this year. If they get invited, they will try out. So if you got an All-American invited camp, raise your hand. Okay. Something that happens with cheer, and I don't know if this has ever happened here or if you've ever taken part of this, is all region and all state. And with cheer, it's a lot different, I think, than other sports, because they physically have to try out. They have to go in front of all of their competitors and have to do individual cheer. They have to tumble, they have to jump, and they have to make all region, and then they move on to all state where they try out for that as well. And I know one of my upcoming seniors for sure will be doing that. She doesn't know that, but she will be. And so hopefully that's to come. And then hopefully also I want to take this squad to compete, which they will kill it. I know they will, because they're fabulous and they're good coaches. So, but again, your cheer squad, they do a lot for you. So be proud of them, because they're proud of you guys. And that's all I have to say. Thank you. We do want to recognize real quick our seniors. We have a special day for them. Brinley, she's amazing. You don't even know she's there until you meet her, and when she does speak up, you better beware, because she's coming at you, and I love that in her. And Dally, if it wasn't for Dally, she kept me organized. She she knew everything that we were supposed to do since this was our first year. We were somewhat clueless on the things that were going on. So if it wasn't for her, we would have been lost big time. So I love you guys, and we'll miss you, and we have something for you.
Hey, turn around so they can see it.
Oh, shut it. Hey, I work hard on this, and my fingers are really sore. I'm just saying. Oh, I'm supposed to say that next is cross-country track, Miss Holt and Miss Butter.
All right, I'm going to start with cross country first. So if I can get the cross country kids to come up here. We're a little different than everyone else out here because we didn't actually have enough for a team this year. And either the boys or the girls, it takes 5 to make a team. So I'm really proud of everybody up here. Mine Holt, Riley Bacon, Faith Blackwell, and Jackson Hudson. Jackson is our senior this year. The only boy, I mean, he's pretty dedicated to be the only boy that stuck with it. Jackson's been with us for
Every single year.
every single year he made it to in high school. So, I'm really going to announce Mother and I both for him as Jackson being there. He's very dedicated. He shows up for practice every day. He never complains. He does exactly what I ask him to do. He's very, even though it's running, enthusiastic to be there, and he wants to do really well. And I really appreciate the heart that he brings every time that he runs. So this year, like I said, we didn't have enough for a team, but we competed at every meet. We came home with medals. Everybody did a really good job. They improved on their times every week, which is your goal. And so we went to regionals, and we had 3 girls in the top 10. Competitors running, and the girls and the boys. Miley was first in regionals, Riley was 9th, and Faith was 10th. And in a normal year, having 3 girls in the top 10 is, it's pretty unheard of, really. A lot of teams that make it to state, you might have 1 in the top 20, 2 or 3 down a little lower. But we had 3 in the top 10, and we were very excited with the results and how they did in the meet. And the region that we were in, there were a lot of individual runners. And in order to qualify to go to state as an individual runner, we had 3, they take the top 7. And unfortunately, Faith did not qualify, being number 10. I'm telling you, this is very unheard of. So we were really disappointed. I know Faith was disappointed, but she worked really hard. She ran a really great time, and she did a fantastic job. And then Jackson ran also. Jackson worked really hard. He came up a little short at regionals and didn't qualify for state. And of course, he was disappointed in the senior year, but he had a really great year, and I'm proud of him for the work that he did. Finally, and Ryan both went to state and ran really good times. They take the top 15 medal and get all state. Miley and I both were just a little bit short of that, but a really good showing. Ryder was 21st, Miley was 22nd, so a really good job for them. I also want to take this time to thank Mrs. Glover. She's works really hard. She does all the things I forget to do. And I'm thankful for that. She doesn't really like the recognition. But we do have t-shirts and banners for everybody. Yes, that's okay. Thank you guys. You might just stay there. And also track. So I need Becca and Jacob to come on up also. Also ran for us this year in track. They had a really good season as well, worked really hard. I mean, running is not everyone's favorite thing to do, so it takes a lot of dedication, and all of these students up here have that. I think it makes them better for everything else that they do. So at regionals this year, the girls, we did have enough 14. Doesn't take very many. But I'm telling you, every meet that we went to, the girls were either 4th or 5th, and there were probably 15 to 25 teams at every meet that we went, and so we were 4th or 5th with 4 girls. So that's pretty good. At regionals, my middle was 5th in the 800 and 1st in the mile. First in the 800. Next Knoxville was second in the 2 mile. Next month was first in the discus. They're going to compete tomorrow at Meet of Champions, which is against all the classes, class A through 6A, that either came in first or second at the state meet. So that's a big deal. I'm very proud of those two girls. It's now Mr. Elon's call.
Coach Riley's going to help me pass out shirts, and Coach Bond is in that box there on the floor. And girls, if you'll stay up here with me, and I'll brag on you a little bit here. Tatum Barrett. I think hers is on top. I just need- Gracie Marja. Camry McCoy. Maggie Murphy. Emma Roach. And Riley Walter. Let me run my recruiting pitch here just real quick. Bear with me. I'm still looking for bodies. Still looking for players. We were real fortunate this year to double our number. We went from 7 in our program to 15, and if I could get up to 25, that'd be great. The other day we were, and I'm probably the only teacher that's got a golf net in their classroom, but Mr. Needham swung by and stuck his head in and said, "Elam, why am I not surprised?" Turned around and walked out. So I don't know if that was good or bad, but we're doing the best with what we have there. But we got an hour this year in our schedule to be able to help the girls and the boys and all the kids from grade 7 through 12 in my golf hour, what I call my golf hour. So thankful to Mr. Burke and Mrs. Fulton for working that out and helping us in that way. Y'all clean up pretty good, you know. You look totally different without hoodies and coats and all that. High school girls golf this year, very similar to last year, kind of an up and down year. We, learned a lot of good things last year, got a lot of experience. We set a goal this year in the state tournament to obviously make that again. And we said we would like to, instead of, finishing at the bottom like we did last year, we were shooting for the middle, somewhere around 6th or 7th place. And we had that first round that day. We still came in 9th place, so we're making improvement. We're a work in progress, but very proud of them. They work hard and they are no problems, have great attitudes. Just really proud to be associated with them. But hopefully, we can continue to improve and, like I say, get even better next year. Riley and Gracie joined us this year, and I'm going to use Riley as an example because, she came out and found out that she really enjoyed the game, and she made a comment to her dad that, I wish I had started this when I was a freshman. And I know I've probably got some other people out there too, that could fit into that mold and could help us. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you see me, and if you've never played before, that's fine. I'd rather have someone that has not played before than someone who has a already gotten back at it. So, just keep that in mind for next year, okay? Girls, thank you. You did an excellent job. Hey, Cash. Right here. Brenda Dunlap. Brent's a senior tonight. We say goodbye to him, just kind of like riding there. But, we're losing her. I probably forgot to mention that, but we thank her for her contribution to our program, even though it was just for a year. But Brent's been playing here. I know I've had him for the last 2 years, and Coach Pittman had him when he was a freshman. Done an outstanding job, represented us in an excellent way. Just the last 2 years, Brent has medaled in every tournament except for one that he's participated in. Ironically enough, it was a course that he grew up on, so it can be a cruel game sometimes. Brent went to the state tournament, finished tied for 6th. He also, although this is not quote official yet, we had an issue with the 2 seniors that get the places to become a All-State and have the lowest score at the state tournament. There was one position that was already taken up by the state champion, and then we had 3 other young men that tied, Brent being one of them, and they were supposed to have a playoff for that position, but a mistake was made, and Coach Rodden helped me with the Coaches Association, and we've been assured that Brent's going to make All-State. So. We're very proud of him for that. He's also here recently kind of decided that he wants to go to school, so he's, I don't know, negotiating would be the word to use, but he's trying to get with a couple of programs, and we hope that works out for him, and we hope that he continues to play. Thanks, Brent. Girls basketball, Coach Holmes, Coach Baker.
Okay, well, before I get to our team stuff, I have some thank yous that I want to make sure I don't forget. First of all, congratulations to all of our teams and all of our coaches and everybody here. The bar is set really high here at the hall just because we're so successful. So thank you for setting that bar so high. Also, Coach Bacon is literally the best assistant in the entire state. She does a great job. I mean, she makes my job so easy. And I tell her all the time if she ever decides to get out of coaching, I'm out too, because she's amazing. Definitely thank you to Mr. Needham and our school board. They trust us and let us make the best decisions that we can for our kids and our program. And in my opinion, that makes this the best place to coach, period. Lisa, Sally, and Sue in the office, I don't know if any of them are here tonight, but they put up with me and all my late paperwork and everything else that I do that makes their job a lot harder than it should be. So thank you to the ladies in the office. Mr. and Miss Yarbrough for doing so much for all of our athletes. For all of the banners tonight, driving the pet buses, filming games, announcing, all that stuff. So thanks to them. Miss Fulton, not sure if she's here either, but she takes care of all of our GPA stuff, which I'll mention shortly about my girls in GPA, and academic sake as well. Rowdy Fool probably isn't here tonight. He doesn't have a kid play anymore, but I want to make sure I thank him because he still shows up to basketball and softball games and announces, and he doesn't have a kid in our school system anymore, so definitely appreciate him. Mr. Cooper and our band. I want to say this about our band, without being ugly to other schools' bands, but you really don't realize how awesome our band is until you go to a basketball game at another school, and then you're like, wow, our band is stinking awesome. So they're really good. Came up earlier, but definitely kind of the same with our cheerleaders, as I said about the band. Thank you to our cheerleaders every night. You guys are really appreciated. I hope you know that. And the last thing for sure, parents, thank you for raising such great kids. They're great people and great teammates, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Being great people and great teammates. I know I do this for sure. So thank you, parents. Now, let's go and start with basketball. Okay, basketball girls. Come on. Okay, while they are making their way here, as far as our season goes, we were 18-8 on the year. 6 of those 8 losses were teams that were in the state tournament. So I feel like we definitely played a really tough schedule. We got beat in the game to go to state against Iowa. And if you weren't at that game, I feel sorry for you because you would have been really proud of how these girls fought. And it was unfortunate that we came up just a couple of points short. We were outmatched pretty much everywhere, but we gave Silo all they wanted, and it was the cool part about it was just to kind of see the fight in their eyes in the fourth quarter to make that comeback. So if you were there, you got to witness a really good game. I was really, really proud of the fight that they showed through the playoffs, but especially that game. After they also, the basketball team, had a GPA of a 3.93, which I just knew when Miss Hilton figured our GPA and submitted it. She and I both, and Coach Bacon, we just knew we're finally going to be state champions in academics. We've been so close several times, and we just knew this year we were going to be our year. With a 3.93 for a team, you would think so, but it turns out the team that won it had a 3.95. So we were state runner-up academically, and I was so proud of them. I mean, a team with a 3.93 is pretty impressive. Okay, so we are going to start with our freshmen. And let's start with Michael. I got some things down. I'm sure I figured out this year we're doing things a little differently. And I want to just make sure that I say some things about each player and what they bring to our team. So Michael, just some things that I written down about her. Good shooter, aggressive defender, dedicated to our program, great attitude every single day. Hannah Coach is our other freshman. Hannah, a few things I've written down about Hannah. Challenges and pushes her teammates in practice daily because of her nonstop hustle, and she definitely is a scrappy player. She's fun to watch. Sophomores, we have a lot of sophomores. Cameron McCoy, great teammate with a team first mentality, disciplined in all she does, and she definitely exotic animals to golf and softball, and she's up with basketball, and she's disciplined in all that she does. Leads by example, shows up and works hard every day. You can tell them she's always smiling. I don't have it written down about her, always smiling, always enthusiastic, goes the extra mile, which pushes her teammates to do better, inspires her teammates, and always has a smile on her face. Sometimes I feel like she should not have a smile on her face. She always smiles. One of our best three-point shooters. She takes advantage of every opportunity to improve her game. She stays after practice every day to shoot on her own, plays with high energy, values her teammates, and really gets some big time threes for us when we needed it this year. Gracie Marjo. I think I called Brenda and Gracie a few times, my little turds. When they were in the game, they just like, I don't know, they just were annoying like little flies. I know they got on other teams' nerves because they're just fun and play excellent. So what I have written down at Gracie Marjo, excellent defender, average 2 steals per game, unselfish passer, plays hard and does everything on the floor. Our team defense definitely goes up and on when she's in the game. Ava Scott is the next sophomore. Ava, exceptional scorer. Led us with 17 points per game. Also had 3 steals and 2 assists per game and 5 rebounds. She plays under control, drives the team to excel. She was also named to the Muskogee Phoenix All-Star team and the All-Conference team. Ava carries a big load for us and draws a lot of attention from the other team. Everyone kind of knows she's a great scorer, but her passing ability and court vision makes her hard to guard. Ryan Lincoln, always the one that we put on the other team's best player. She's always the one that gets stuck with the girl that averages 20 points a game, and we'll challenge her to hold that girl to 5 points a game, and she usually does it. She's our defensive stopper, led us in steals with 4 a game and 3 assists and 9 rebounds per game. My only junior in basketball, fed lunch, solid offensive threat, great post moves. I love watching her in practice work on her post moves. She does a great job. And she can also step out and shoot for 3. She averaged 10 points per game, 6 rebounds. Definitely a top-notch communicator on the floor. I would say probably our team defensive captain. And I drive her a lot. She's kind of took over Carly Buell's spot for me. So, but I definitely love Becky Martin. She also made the All-Conference team this year. And then my last 2 are my 2 seniors. They didn't come over until their freshman year. We got them from Wayne Wright. I wish we could have had them a lot longer because I enjoyed having these 2. I wish they weren't leaving us. But the first one I'm going to talk about, Addie, coach. Addie has so much heart and dedication. She was definitely a student of the game for us. She was always reliable and supportive. Definitely going to miss her, and probably as far as what I'm going to miss most about Addie, and the girls know this, but I have all my girls who watch film before every game and after every game, and they turn scouting reports to me before every game. And Addie's scouting reports were always, I told her several times throughout this year, she had the mind of a coach. She really just saw things on film and on the floor, and I always appreciated getting Addie's scouting reports. A lot of times she would send me something that I didn't even notice on film. So definitely gonna miss Addie's scouting reports. Our last senior, Riley Walters, I'm gonna miss her big time because of her big time presence inside for us. She averaged almost 3 blocks per game, really stepped up for us when we needed her to. Averaged 11 points, like I said, 3 blocks, led us in rebounds with 10 per game. Definitely gonna miss her leadership on the court also. It was neat to watch her over the years grow as a player, but also into a leader for us. And she was also selected to the All-Conference team. Well, I guess is that it for basketball? We'll stay up here and do softball. So, thank you. Faith, you can go ahead and stay up here. And Ella is. Okay. So this is basket and slow pitch. All of the girls that play basket are the same girls that play slow pitch. So I'm just going to kind of combine both. Basket season this year we were 20 and 13, 1 game away from the state tournament. Slow pitch season this year we were 22 and 11. We made it to the state quarterfinals. Our softball GPA wasn't too shabby either, just like the basketball. Our softball GPA, we were one of the top 5 in the state with a GPA of 3.87. I definitely want to mention, I was super proud of this group this year just because we graduated so many last year, and going to the district meetings and conference meetings and things like that, other schools and coaches that didn't expect us to be what we were this year just because of what we lost last year, and these guys really stepped up, and we didn't miss a beat, and like I said, ended in the state tournament this year. So I was really proud of their accomplishments with that. So let's start with freshmen again. Hannah, coach. I feel like I've been up here forever, but I coach a lot of sports and not a lot of players. So Hannah, definitely one of the best freshman softball players I've had. She was a Muskogee Phoenix All-Star outfielder. She made some big-time plays in left field for us in the fall and spring. If you had a chance to be at our state game, you kind of got to see a glimpse of how Hannah plays when she hit a ground ball at second base and beat it out. Just kind of a routine ground ball at second base, but she always plays hard. It's one of the things that I love about her and how she plays the game. She also led us in home runs in the fall as a freshman with 9 home runs this fall, and in the spring hit over 530 this spring, which also led us in average. I'm another freshman. I had 2 freshmen. I had Miley Gold, super great base runner for us. So she came in pinch ran every game and almost every single game in the fall and the spring. She doubled playing softball while running track and cross country. She never missed practice. She'd come to softball practice and then she'd go run. So anyway, I don't know how she did it, but good thing she's good at running and loves softball. So I'm glad. I've got a lot of sophomores, so bear with me here, but they all deserve to be recognized. So sophomores, Britta Rodden played second base, does a great job for us at she's definitely a true example that you can be any size and be successful at softball. She's usually the smallest on the field for either team, but she plays big and hard. Her on-base percentage this fall was over 400. Plays shortstop and his leadoff. Ava was Sophie Phoenix All-Star in fast pitch and slow pitch. Her on-base average in the fall was over 400 and 500 in the spring. She makes the game look so easy, and she was also the all-conference team at shortstop and hit 7 home runs this spring. She does a great job for us in the outfield. She plays center and fast pitch and rover and slow pitch. She made the all-conference team in fast pitch. And Riley's a great arm in the outfield. And there's times I catch myself like sitting on the bucket next to Coach Bacon, and somebody, the other team, hits a pop fly to Riley in the outfield. I catch myself telling Coach Bacon, I hope they tag up and run, because Riley pretty much always throws them out, and it's pretty cool to watch. So, Riley Bacon. My next one is Mackenzie Eves. Mackenzie is a true utility player, and she played every single game for us, and she's the definition of a true utility player for us. When I think of utility player, not only do I think of, can play multiple positions, because she definitely does that, but also the cool thing about Mackenzie is that she has a team first mentality, and she literally will play anywhere that I need her to, anywhere that I ask her to. And if I told her she was gonna go play outfield the next game, she'll go home and work for hours on outfield drills. If I tell her the next day she's gonna play catcher, she'll go home and work it. I mean, she literally has to play, or has played catcher, first, outfield, pitcher for us. She does it all. And she puts the team before herself, and I appreciate that. She had 10 wins for us and 6 saves on the pitcher this year also. Next, we have Leroy, not Peyton Ryan, but Leroy. Leroy was selected to the all-conference fast pitch team, and she catches and plays third in fast pitch. She plays center field and slow pitch, so you can kind of tell just by those positions that she has a tremendous arm. She can also really swing it. She led us in home runs this spring with 11, and she led us in RBIs with 45, and had an average of 512, and then also led us an average in the fall with 436 average. Camry McCoy. Camry plays outfield for us, but she's also one that can come play anywhere. Camry makes big time catches for us in big moments and saved our rears several times this year. One of her big time catches, when she laid out and caught a foul ball, gave herself whiplash, she had a concussion, but she caught the ball somehow. I don't know how she hung on to it, but then she was out for a few days after that because of concussion. But she's one tough cookie and a really good outfielder for us. The next one is Sydney Highfield, and I definitely will say this: I wish every coach could have a Sydney Highfield. Anyway, Sydney's a great teammate, really stepped up for us this year in the circle. She worked really hard all year and during the off season. She's an all-around great teammate who's always positive, and I'm so glad she's ours. She had 9 wins and 2 saves this year for us this year. a lot to come in and run the basics, especially when we have runners in scoring position and we have a fast, smart base runner, and she does a good job. She's always ready to go anytime I need her. Kirsten Berry. Kirsten had a good fall for us, but she had a really amazing spring for us. She had a really good year for us. She stepped up at the plate big time. She had 9 home runs this spring, and 4 of those were in one game. And then I believe my last 2 sophomores that I want to mention were my 2 managers, Faith and Ella, and they really, truly are. I hope they know this. I tell them, and I hope that they believe me, that they really are the best managers ever. They're so good, and they're always so positive, and their attitudes and personalities are just infectious, and they're fun to have in the dugout, and they keep me straight on what the batter did before, and who's coming up next, and all that kind of stuff. So they're kind of like another assistant coach in the dugout. So Faith and Ella. Okay, juniors. We got just a couple of juniors. Bryn Sermont, she was selected to the fast pitch all conference team and the Muskogee Phoenix slow pitch all-star team. She's already getting some offers and looks to go on and play college ball after she graduates. She plays catcher and third for us. She has a great arm. Really takes pride in throwing people out, especially back picking people, which is always exciting. She also definitely keeps everybody laughing, and sometimes I wonder how she comes up with some of the stuff that she says. She's definitely one of a kind, thank goodness, and she hit 505 for us in the spring. Becca Bunch. Becca is definitely a power hitter for us. She comes in, and that's really what she does is just hit for us, and she does it really well. She had 5 home runs for us in the spring, while also hitting an average of 450. And she's another one. I don't know how she keeps everything straight with all that she does from track and winning state with this and work and all her private trainings for disc and all that kind of stuff, and then plays basketball and softball. So I don't know how she keeps everything straight, but she also keeps me straight, so I think I'll keep her around for a few years. Peyton came in really clutch for us at the plate several times this year, but I think probably the at-bats that stand out in my mind, and probably everybody up here, is when she came up big for us in the region tournament and got the game hit for us to move on to the next game. So that was a great moment for her, and I was so happy and proud of her in that moment. Played fast pitch in the fall and then decided to be a manager in the spring, but I don't think Emily's here, but I want to mention Emily and what a great job she did also as a player in the fall and manager for us in the spring. Seniors. Have 3 seniors. Riley Walters. She came back out for softball this year. I'm glad that she did. Somehow running from the golf course to softball that she managed. She played golf at the same time, so she didn't make every single game, but when she was at a game and when she hit, she really could hit it far. And so anyway, I was really really glad that Riley came out. I taught her to come back out this year. Brooklyn Thomas, I think after the state tournament, I hopefully said everything that I need to say to Brooklyn, and I meant all of it, but Brooklyn's definitely the kind of kid that you want on your team. She was always at practice with a positive attitude, not just this year, but her entire career for us. She embraced her role on the team, and she always led by example, and we're going to miss you. And then the last senior, Jordan Otterlifter. Jordan is definitely a great example of someone working hard and turning herself into a really, really good player for us. I know sometimes if you haven't ever played slow pitch before, or especially been a slow pitch pitcher, the best ones make it look so easy, and it's like, oh, that's so easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy at all. Jordan really worked hard over the course of her career to turn herself into a really good slow pitch pitcher for us. In fact, one of the best in the state, because we just found out last week that she made all state.
We'll start out, I think, first, Coach Edwards, my assistant, Coach Holmes. I'll take that bet on the best assistant because I think that I've got the best one. Ms. Blackville and Sally Walker, they kept our scorebook this year. Really appreciate them. In our administration, Mr. Needham, Mr. Burke, Coach Rod, just for the support that you give us. And of course to the parents for trusting us with their kids, letting us get to know them, letting us coach them hard, and all that stuff. So appreciate that. First, we were 16-9 this year. Probably had the toughest schedule in Class 2A. There was 3 teams that we played out of those 25 games that was not ranked at some point in the top 20. And that comes off losing 4 starters from last year. Made it to the area tournament as district champions, regional consolation, just on the doorstep of getting to the state tournament, and hopefully in the near future we can cross that bridge and get there. So, real proud of the accomplishments we had as a team. Our players, freshmen first. I think the only one here is Dylan Wolin. Dylan and I made a deal this year that I would be coach at school and I would be dad at the house, but that doesn't always work. He unfortunately sometimes at home he has to live with coach too. So Dylan does a good job for us. Works really hard. Good defensive player, plays hard, and is really got a bright future for us. So. Sophomore Maddox Edwards. Maddox led our team in 3-point percentage. Probably means that he didn't get to shoot enough, probably needed to shoot more. He's also one of those crazy ones that really enjoys taking charges. Nothing that I did, that's all him. But
really proud of Maddox and what he did for our squad this year. Avery Johnson. Avery is a great young man. Might be one of the best shooters in the gym for us. I think it's a win whenever we get him to talk, though, because he doesn't like to say very much. But I think Avery has a bright future for us, and really proud of him. Alfred Taylor. Alfred is fixing to be a really, really good player for us. Teams that we play this year is going to be asking me where did we get that movement from, because nobody's going to expect it from this young man. But he is working his tail off every day in the gym and getting better and better, and you guys are fixing to see how good Alfred is. Juniors, Grant Edwards. Grant came to us after the season had started. First game of the year was against Diane, is that correct? Yep. First shot of the year was an air ball. but later they hit the three to put us into overtime and help us win that game, and haven't missed a whole lot since then. Grant is really, really shooting basketball, and looking forward to his senior year in the things he's doing. Hunter Dearman. Hunter is really a special kind of player. Very athletic, plays 100 miles an hour, always has to guard somebody really, really good, has to score for us, for us to be good, has to rebound for us, so he has to play both ends, and did a really good job for us this year, and I expect a whole lot more out of him next year. AJ Fisher. AJ, before this year, had a whole lot of playing time. As the year progressed, he's got better and better and better. Ended up being our leading rebounder for the year. Last game of the year had 18 points, 12 rebounds. So has a really bright future, and I think that next year he's going to have a great year for us. Preston Holmes. Preston was our only returning starter. He led us in scoring this year. Was Muskogee Phoenix All-Area player. Just does a lot of things for our group. Total team guy, and again, he's going to help lead us and hopefully get us to the state tournament next year. T.R. Meaver. T.R. does everything for our team except drive the bus. Gabe Hamilton. Gabe's one of our two seniors that is really, really a special young man. Always had to guard somebody really good. Didn't care if he scored 2 points or 20 points. It was just all about trying to win and doing what was best for the team. And we need a whole lot more Gabe Hamiltons in this world. So. Jake Blackford. Yep. Jake was the guy that whatever we needed done could do. The game at Bayou, which was the only time these guys had ever won a game at Bayou. AJ fouled out early in the fourth quarter, and Jake entered the game with 18 rebounds. You know, that's pretty impressive. In an elimination game in the playoffs, you know, Jake played through all the playoffs with a hurt ankle. He turned an ankle. It was the size of the softball. He re-injured it in the Chelsea game. And you know, when he went down, I didn't think he would play anymore. And it was took him about 2 minutes. He came hobbling up and he said, "Coach, I can go." I said, "Jake, sit down and shut up." He said, "No, Coach, I can go." So at halftime, we retaped him, put him back out there, and he scored 20 points. And we don't win that game if it's not for Jake. We preached family and team all year long. And this is probably, in the 18 years that I've been a head basketball coach, this is probably the closest team that I've ever got to coach. They truly were for each other. They wanted to see each other do good. They didn't care who got the credit, you know. So that's it, because you don't see that very often. You know, you can look. There's zero jealousy. Nobody cared who got any kind of credit. You know, they just wanted each other to do well, and they were for each other, and that's a big thing. We had 3 guys make all conference, and the neat thing about all conference is I don't have anything to do with it. I can't vote on our players. That's all the other conference teams that they get to vote on our guys. Jake Blackwell was all conference. Hunter Geary was all conference. And Preston Holmes was Player of the Year on conference. That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks for listening, Coach Paul.
I didn't think I needed everybody knows it, right?
Well, you can see our whole demeanor tonight. It's more about team, and you can see, you guys haven't seen the backs of the shirts tonight, but you can see it's all about the other. I mean, and that's kind of our theme for, our banquet tonight. I know you guys haven't seen that. You see us giving the shirts out, but it's more about what we do. It's not about what each individual kid does. So, just wanted you guys to see kind of what we did this year. All right, starting out, I'd like to thank, obviously the school board administration, for what they do for us. They allow these guys to do what they do, these girls. Support staff, coaches, assistant coaches, maintenance staff, teachers, and of course, you parents raising your kids for us to be able to coach every day. And then, of course, these student athletes. We can't do what we do as coaches without these young people sitting here. So, give them a round of applause for all they do. Now, baseball players, you guys all come up. We'll just talk about all that. I'm not going to step there as long as of course, she does have that for us. All these guys are walking up. I'll say a little bit about this bunch. Just for example, I don't know too many teams in the state at any level that can say in 1 year that they were state runner-up twice. Of course, I was joking with my wife last night, and I told her I was going to steal your car, and all of you know she drives a silver car, so I don't like the color silver, but you know, it is what it is. So these guys did some special things this year. You know, they did some things that have never been done before. I was talking to Coach Bird a little bit about it. You know, he had some really good clubs back in the day. We've had some really good teams since I've been here, in the 9 years I've been here, and these guys were able to accomplish some things that hadn't been accomplished here. You know, they won 6 tournament championships this year, 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring. They won the Dale tournament, they won the Eastern tournament, and they won the Silo tournament. And yes, I did say the 4-letter word Silo. In the spring, they won the Fire Federal tournament. You know, they won the Fort Gibson tournament, and then they won the Hartsville tournament at the end. You know. Won the district tournament both fall and spring, regional championships in both fall and spring. I can't say enough about what these guys have meant to me, the coaching staff, and you know, to our school. You know, they represent us really well. When we go somewhere, you know, it's a great compliment to you guys because everywhere we go, it's the name of your kids that play the game right there. You know, I love watching your guys play. You know, and I tell these guys that all the time. It's not about you. It's not about what you can do. It's not about you going 3 for 4. It's about us and what we do as a team. And these guys really bought into that. We talk about it all the time. You know, every day after practice, every day before, you know, every game, we talk about, you know, pulling in the same direction, being on the same page, you know, being a team guy, having a team of bats, you know, and we really kind of grasped that concept this year, I think, with these guys. And all of you know, we play the schedule. I mean, if you look at our schedule, it's probably tough in the state. You know, I had an OK Breaks guy, and I had another DBR guy come up to me at the state tournament and said, keep playing the schedule you play. You guys are phenomenal to watch. You know, from going to be #1 in the state, you know, national #1 in Bixby, we knocked them off when they had their own place. Things like that, these guys, a lot of people don't understand, you know, that are outside the game, that don't get an idea of what we do on a daily basis. So I'm really proud of these guys all together. I'm just going to introduce these guys. A freshman. The first freshman is Dylan Wall. I'm not going to say a whole lot about all of them, but, you know, because we're all about the other. So, the next freshman is Sean Green. Next guy, freshman Lane Jackson. Freshman Braxton Casey. And freshman Darren Ledford. And today we have our exit interviews too. It's a quick turnaround. You know, we get beat on Saturday and come back and, you know, try and get everything situated for the banquet and all that. It was kind of one of those things that, you know, I wasn't too ready to get ready for an athletic banquet after, you know, getting beat on Saturday. But, you know, we had all our exit interviews as well this afternoon and talked to these guys about going forward, what I expect out of them. Each one of them kind of asked them what direction, you know, they thought we should go and how they should approach, you know, the summer and off season and, you know, to make themselves better players. And, you know, each one of them had a lot of good things to say. So we've got a pretty good nucleus coming back, and these freshmen are going to play a big part. Sophomores, Hayden Casey. Canyon Elo. Kipton Christian. And Maddox Edwards. We got a lot of time out of several of these sophomores, you know. And going back to some of those freshmen too, we did, their time's coming. As you know what some of those guys have done for us. And, you know, I'll go back to, for the fall state tournament, you know, you don't have freshmen do what Darren Ledford did in the fall state tournament. You don't have a guy hit 3 home runs. You don't have seniors doing that kind of stuff. So we talked to Darren today, and, you know, about going forward and what I expect out of him and leadership role and this and that. And he's going to be doing some really good things in the future for us. So just wanted to mention that. And sophomores, these guys, you know, Maddox Edwards, Kip Christian, you know, they were pretty much everyday starters for us all year long. Can't say enough about what they bring to our team. I told them today, you guys are juniors now. You're not sophomores anymore. So juniors and seniors, you know, you're supposed to lead. You're supposed to be in that leadership role. So I really expect big things out of these guys moving forward. The juniors on the team this year, Hunter Dearman, Cameron Robinson, Tyler Allen, and Brody Samant. They just feel sorry for you, Brody. And again, these guys will be seniors for us next year, and you know, expect a lot of good things out of these guys. So I expect them to lead us, and you know, I expect to totally be up here next year, except for we're going to be carrying the gold on the silver. So. The seniors. Now these guys, you know, I can go on and on about some of these guys. They're just what they've done in their careers here. You know, their career record is 189-58. Now, Coach, this is my 25th year to coach at some capacity. And, you know, when you talk about, you know, career records, I don't know that there's a whole lot of guys out there that can say they won 189 games in 4 years. That's a lot of wins. And it's not against the cupcakes. You know, some of these guys, they'll go play whoever, and, you know, they'll just, because they want to win. But we challenge these guys every day, and we do it on purpose, so they're ready for, you know, what you guys saw on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. These guys, these seniors, you know, they've got 2 state runner-ups. Like I said, 6 this year alone, 6 tournament championships. In their careers, they had 2 runner-up finishes, 3 semifinal appearances, 1 quarterfinal appearance, and then 1 season loss to COVID. So when you think about those accolades for these guys and what they accomplished in their, you know, their careers here, it's pretty phenomenal. So I want to give these seniors another round of applause. The first senior I want to talk about, James Wilson. You guys have seen him play. This cat might be one of the best outfielders I've coached. I mean, he can really run, you know, and he fought injury. You know, senior year through the fall, he didn't play just a ton because he had either pulled quad or pulled growing or whatever. He was pulling on something all the time. So, but you know, James was a guy that, you know, kind of persevered. He had some tough luck here and there, but, you know, he was always that guy that I could say, hey, James, you need to go catch everything in. I want you to go and just let it fly. And, you know, you saw some of the plays he played. From gap to gap, I really didn't have to worry about who I put left field or right field because I had a good idea that James could go after and get it. So, James Wilson. Mason Ledford. I'll just tell you, Mason has grown up a lot in the last 4 years. I mean, I wasn't real sure his freshman year if he would be able to do some of the things he did. I mean, it was pretty phenomenal the year he had. From the fall to the spring this year, I mean, he was at the top of every offensive category we had. Moved him from the outfield, put him in first base, played second base, spot started there. Did so much for us. So valuable to our team and what we did. Can't say enough about what Mason meant to our team this year. And Tucker Christian. Tucker was another one, didn't even get to play a single game in the fall because of course ACL in the summer last year, so he had to sit out, and I know it killed him, because he's the ultimate competitor. I mean, he just wants to compete, he wants to go get after it every day, and Tucker brought a lot to the table for our team. He called every pitch, I mean, he was that consummate, baseball player for me behind the plate. He was kind of a coach on the field. He did everything we needed to do. Defensively, strong arm. Tucker's going to go play at the next level. He's going to go to Christian, I believe, is where he's decided he wants to go. So, Tucker Christian, he's definitely been an asset to our program. So, give Tucker Christian a hand. Gabe Hamilton. I was really glad that Gabe finally wised up and, got out of Miami. So, no, we're really glad. Just to echo what Coach Walton said. Everybody needs Gabe. I mean, he's just that ultimate teammate. He's that ultimate, do anything for the team guy. And made such good strides for us in the last 2 years that he's been here. Came over here, plays in the infield, pitches, he could go behind the plate because I've watched him pitch 30-30s. I mean, mechanically, he's pretty sound out there as well. But, he did such a good job solidifying our defense. And if you watched him play in the state tournament this year, here for the last 3 or 4 days, made some phenomenal plays to kind of save us, keep us, on top against Dale. Same thing in the first round against Latta. Come up in the championship game, first at bat, senior year, and then hits a home run opposite field. And that's pretty impressive. That's a big yard. But senior Gabe Hamilton. Jake Blackwell. Jake is kind of that kid that everybody wants to coach. I don't know if I've ever coached him like him, I'll be honest with you. And I'll see if I can do it without.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, shut up. I'm not going to cry for you, I promise. Jake has been that guy, the ultimate teammate. Anything he asks you to do, and I know at times Jake is frustrated. This year, because he told me, I said, what, I wasn't expecting anything different from you. You're the ultimate competitor. The last game didn't go the way we wanted to go, and I hate it for him, probably more than anybody, just because I know how bad he wants it. Had some tough luck in the championship game in the fall. And I told him, whatever, we can get in the truck, go down the side, we can gasoline in the outfield if we want to. I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. Jake is that ultimate guy, just to give you an idea of what this guy has brought to our program, on the mound. He had a career 1.64 ERA. Jake, he threw against everybody. It didn't matter if it was Mustang, it didn't matter if it was Enid, Owasso, it didn't matter. Roth, Red Oak, state champions, he beat, how many state champions did we beat this year? And he's that guy, 1.64 ERA, he had 444 strikeouts in 4 years. With an overall record of 45-17, which is really impressive. So, Jake and Gabe, I've got a couple of guys that I want to recognize as well. Jake, Gabe, and Tucker will be playing in the Southeastern Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Game at McAllister this Wednesday night at 5:30. So, those guys we've got two guys that signed to go play at Eastern Oklahoma State College, which if you haven't followed them, they're 50-3 right now, ranked in the top 5 in the country. Gabe Hamilton and Jake Blackwell. And I failed to mention earlier that we had a couple of guys selected to play in the Oklahoma State games as well, that played at Oak Ridge Stadium, and if you haven't been to that stadium, it's pretty phenomenal. So, had two, it's an underclass game that, they select some of the best players in the state to play in. Those two guys that will be representing us are Hunter Dearman and Darren Ledford. That's it, guys. Now, Mr. Needham will be next, so.
Right here. May I have Jacob Blackwell, Addie Folks, and Gabe Hamilton. You've heard a lot of things said about our student athletes tonight, what they mean to our school and what they mean to our teams. One of the things that we are proud of here, of course, is that these individuals that are on stage with me tonight are not those individuals that put themselves first. As you've heard from your coaches, they've spoken about each of these individuals and basically said the same thing. I'm going to talk to you tonight about an old man named T.N. Needham that was here when I came. He is not alive today. But his focus in life was Otaha. He followed me here, and if you were at a softball game, he was behind the fence. If you were at a basketball game, he was sitting in the bleachers. And what he always said was, the kids that mean the most are the ones that give the most. The kids, the student athletes that are there, that are not there for themselves, that are not there to say, look at me, that are not there to put a spectacle and a show on at whatever they're participating in, where the focus is all on them. They're there to help the team. They don't care if they play or not. When they do play, they make a difference, as you heard tonight. Those are the ones. So years ago, in 1996, he passed away on May the 15th, 1996. But in 1996 was our first Otaha Athletic Award ceremony. It was at Chicago, and we came up with a lot of awards to give, in which I personally like what we've done tonight, being able to recognize our groups and our teams and individual accomplishments along with what we've all done. But part of that, I didn't come up with it, but the teams didn't come up and the coaches didn't come up with the T.N. Needham Award. And what that is, again, it's just a recognition of what you have meant for our school, what you have meant for your team, what you have meant for everyone from the first grade through the 12th grade, and how you represent us. Those things mean more to me than anything that you will ever understand or realize. I'll give an example. What Kevin said, silo was a 4-letter word. One of the plays of the game, the pitcher on the mound ran toward the umpire at first base, hollered at him because he didn't like the call, and I thought, what an embarrassment. What an embarrassment to his school. What an embarrassment to his coach. What an embarrassment to his teammates. These people that you see on stage tonight are not those people. They're the ones that are there to support all of those people. So, tonight, money talks, right? So tonight, there's an envelope in each of these awards, and it's not a lot of money, but it's a $100 bill, so that maybe you'll remember Tina Neal, and maybe you'll remember his philosophy and what he meant. I remember it. So anyway, congratulations, Patty, folks. Jacob Blackwell. Gabe Hamilton. Go ahead.
And the final awards we will give out tonight will be the Male and Female Athlete of the Year. We vote on that as coaches, and it's kind of one of those things that you see what they've done, what they've accomplished, but how much dedication they've put in as well. So multiple sports play a part in that, not only with their achievements, but their commitment to multiple sports as well. So our Female Athlete of the Year, Riley Walters. Our Male Athlete of the Year, Jacob Blackwell. I want to thank you guys for coming out.